Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. It is Tuesday, February 11th, and I did want to, because I noticed in the other videos, I have not been going over where we are in the challenge as far as the dollars, where we are so far through the trades that we've made since January 1st or 2nd. So let me go there before I go any further. Okay, so the last trade was made. It actually was made on that Friday. Like there was two trades made on the 7th and on the 7th, which was that Friday. But I just went ahead and put the 9% on Saturday because I didn't make a trade on Saturday, so I just used the Saturday. The Friday's trade and Saturday's slot. So we're at a little over $1,000. Starting from, I got this hidden from $121, right? So, and let's see where where we are for April 1st. It's right here. So we're still very good on track. And they're like a day like yesterday, today, where things are still kind of falling. Let it fall, be patient. So there might be days that you don't trade. But as you see, like last week, we didn't trade hardly, but 2 days? That was that Monday and that Friday. And within those 2 to 3 trades, within 2 days of trading, it was worth about 65%, right, of gains if you would add all that together, right? So that pushed us up really, really good. So when things are falling, that's why I actually love it when things are falling because it leaves less work, because when they finish falling, it usually leads to a bigger bounce up high and a bigger trade, should I say. So so that's where we are right now, a little over $1,000. I think that is great. That's like within a little over a month, $100 to $1,000, and hopefully we'll see by the end of February. Let's see if we can do another 1,000 by the end of February. Even if we don't, I'm not going to be hard on myself, because I know it's just a matter of just keep being persistent, being consistent and persistent, and like learning, right? Like one of the lessons I learned yesterday that I'll go over in the chart. All right, so let me go back to the charts, and I'm gonna go start out with Bitcoin right now. So let me let me put this while I'm thinking about it and below. Okay, so look like we kind of are coming out of this upper, like this downward parallel that's going right here. And maybe doing a little bit of consolidation. Consolidation means that we could either bounce out of this going up, or we can come out of that consolidation, go further down, which the next support level, I'm hoping that we actually go further a little down. The next support would be between 90 and 85,000, or we could make our way back up. So to see like what that looks like from a lower time frame, I did put this parallel because it was trending up for a while. I want to see when it was going to come out of that, right? So I can get rid of that. And just track, is it going to go below this candle right here, this the next lowest candle, right? And if it breaks out of that, then probably heading towards at least to the top of this support or the bottom of this parallel. So this is not saying buy me unless you're just a person that buys Bitcoin just because the long game. So that's it for Bitcoin. But for trading, I'm not going back in until I see it hit a support area. All right, so let's go to Art Block because that was the one I was talking about, and this is the one that I want to talk about as far as I think this was the last chart that I showed. So when we were talking about it Monday, I think it was yesterday, we were right up in this area right in here, and I actually did, let me kind of like expand this. So I don't know if you can see this support that's drawn out. Let me maybe make this parallel darker and make this support a little bit lighter. Hitting because it was in green, so I'm gonna just put it back in green for right now. And so it had come up, made a double bottom, came up, and was staying above this candle right here. So I did enter. I did not do a stop loss because I told y'all I don't do stop losses unless I have a profit. So, because it can do one or two things. What I usually do is let it come all the way, come down, bounce, and come back up and see where it lands. So, this morning it made its way back up. I kept track of it, and then I put a stop right below as it was going up right here because this was the resistance area. I started putting stops below here, so just in case if it wants to come back down, I would come out of it and it wouldn't be much of a loss. So I think it was like, because I think, let's say it was right here where I came in. So not even a percent loss. Let's just round it up to 1%. And I will put that into my spreadsheet, and I'll probably go to Coinbase and really get the percent. But I probably just round it up to 1%. So, but that's the reason why I do that. But and some people, it may not be for everyone to do that tactic. Some people might not feel comfortable with that. They would have went in and put a stop below this lowest candle right here, or below the bottom of that support area, right? Which been, I think, when I calculated, it was like over 2%. And that's the reason why I just went ahead and let it drop and come back up. But I could have just went right below this candle right here and probably been about the same thing. So it went up to here, hit that rejection area. The reason why I'm calling it rejection area, because every time it hits, makes a peak, it comes back down. Makes a peak, come back down. Makes a peak, came back down, right? So that little area became a rejection area. So right now, only thing I have going on is alerts And I did draw this little trend, small minor parallel, just to kind of see when we're going to break out. But I need to move this. I'm going to move the alert to like right above this 78%, and then move this alert that I have up here like right above the 50%, and let it keep dropping, because if it drops out of this next support area, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna get rid of this. Alright, so we're in this one right here, this green support area. Maybe I'll change the green. Yeah. The next support area is down here, right? So we'll see. But if we drop below this 100% right here, this is coming from like the 4-hour chart or the daily chart, and it's coming from this candle all the way over here where it hit this bounce. So if we come out of here, it'll pretty much give a break of structure for this chart, which means that we're probably reversing completely on a downward trend. So, but it could do like a liquidation below this 100, like a little wick. It could do that, and then start rising up. So I'm just gonna keep a check on that. And so for right now, I'm just gonna keep alerts, right, and see if we were to come out of here, even if we get above the 50%. The next thing is I want to see, are we going to do a breaker structure where this resistance area has been happening, and maybe I'll just put like a resistance block. Okay, so to remind me. So I want to see us break above this, come out, come back down before I go in at this point. Unless, that's what I'm thinking for right now. I want to see us break out of here. Unless I see some really good pattern, like before, like a double bottom here, and start seeing, like if it make its way all the way down here, it makes a double bottom, starts making higher highs, then I might get in a little bit sooner. But there are only two ways I'll get in. Not right now. It's not saying anything. It hasn't done anything to say that we're good to go. It's rejecting this area. It has not made a higher high, right? It's like making lower lows, right? It's going up and then making a lower high, should I say. Going down, making a lower high, going down, making a double top, which is basically like it's not making a higher high. So I want to see something significant happen as far as being on a support area, because right now it's like on a support area and rejection at the same time. So that's why it probably can be a little confusing, which if it were to come out of here and reject on this, that might be a little bit more convincing. But that's how I'm gonna play it. So even when it looks tricky like this, I still have to keep my rules. Do not buy in rejection area. Only buy in support. And this is support area. So yeah. So like if it were to bounce out of here, right? above this projection area and come back. Let me just see. I think if it were to do that, the next will be rejection area will be this 50% level, which is at 36.99, which is still a good profit, right? So I don't have to always get it down here. Now, that is a big difference, 55%. So I'm gonna just keep a check on how well it does down here. But if I don't feel comfortable with it, I'm not going in until it does this. And I'm okay with getting 36 versus 55. But if I feel comfortable with this and I see it making higher highs above the 100%, then I'll feel a little bit better about going in. So that's pretty much it, because everything else is pretty much in limbo right now. Let's look at XRP. I haven't updated this chart, so it did come out of here. I didn't get this 9%, but I remember looking at when it did this, and this was on Friday. So I probably need to update this chart. I'm really not, because I want to see how it reacts to this parallel right here. Is it going to come down to here, or is it just out of here? So I'm going to leave it and maybe put an alert above the 50% level in this candle right here to see if it's going to make its way out of there. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. All right, see you tomorrow.